Okay, I have good news and I have bad news. Let's start with the bad news. Um, I built a cocoa bean farm. It's automated. I'll show it off shortly. The footage for it was lost. Um, Yay! It got corrupted. I don't know how, but it got corrupted in the middle of me editing it too, which was awesome to waste several hours doing that and then not have any footage. Um, The good news, though, as you may have noticed, is that Turtle actually followed through and gave me multiple stacks of sea lanterns. So I actually went around and replaced most of the torches in my entire base with sea lanterns. Just because torches are one of the worst aesthetically lighting choices, aesthetic lighting choices, excuse me. Um, yeah, so as you can see, I did replace them. I think I want to replace that sign. I put the sign back there, which I think looks cool, but I forgot to do all caps, so I like doing all caps just because I think it looks better. But anyway, as you can see, sea lanterns everywhere. That includes down in the tunnel and everything else, so I'm not going to show you that. I will show you my cocoa bean farm, um, and I'm going to go over the redstone and everything else. Like I said, unfortunately I did not get the footage, but that's okay. Okay, now we're back in the farming area, or at least where I put the bamboo farms. I took down the signs and everything for now. I'm not sure how exactly I want to label this area yet. The signs were just like, temporary placeholders. But here is my cocoa bean farm. As you can see, I got storage here. I got 63. Let me take 6 because I'm going to see. Yep, all 6 need to be replanted. Before I replant, I'm going to go show you the redstone, which is back here. Now, I'm not going to replace the torches in my redstone maintenance area because I don't see the point in that. Let me remember. It's this way. Okay, yeah, here it is. Basically, there is a observer below this, and what that does is that monitors the growth of the cocoa bean, and it'll harvest it when it reaches the 3rd stage by activating this piston. Now, the way I have it do that is I have 2 hoppers here that are both locked, with 3 wooden shovels, just because 3 items, and wooden shovels I believe are the cheapest to make, that are non-stackable. And when the observer notices a change, it'll deactivate this redstone torch, which allows 1 item to move to this hopper, like I said, which is also locked. Now, when it reaches 3 in this hopper, it'll override this, which has only 2 in it. It'll override this signal here, which will send a signal to this line here, which not only activates this piston to unlock that first hopper and reset everything back into this hopper here. So it'll unlock this hopper, push everything back into this hopper to reset the system basically, but it also activates the piston that harvests the cocoa bean into the hopper beneath it. So when I was first building this, I did have a little issue because I had a timing issue, because I forgot that I had to change one of the pulses to a momentary pulse. So I forgot to put the pistons there and ended up extending the pulse here. So extending the pulse for the redstone hopper here actually did the same thing as shortening the pulse for the harvesting hopper. Yeah, I mean, it worked, but this uses like a lot less repeaters and whatnot. So save some material and space. So this is tileable. As you can see, this is actually split in half. Now, you notice there was lights on the front. Now, those lights are right behind this hopper here. What those lights do is they tell me that there's no cocoa bean there. And the way they work is they look at this hopper, the first hopper, that has the 3 shovels. When it's in the default state, it overrides this central hopper here, which only has 2, and says, hey, there's no cocoa beans there, so let's power this block, which powers this lamp, and tells me that it's empty. Now, like I said, it is tileable. It actually is 2 circuits right here, split in the middle and mirrored over. So this is one circuit and this is another. They just share the central hopper here just because that's easier. I wanted to try to get them to share this outer hopper too, but it wasn't working as well. So I just wired them up with separate hoppers for that. Now, like I said, it is tileable. I actually have 3 levels of this exact same thing. So this is expandable as far as you want to go, up or down. I also have 2 towers on each side. Now those 2 towers take signal from this block that's being powered to power the light. It takes this signal from that to power a central light right here. And that's so that you can just take a quick glance down the hallway and know, hey, something's been harvested. There's one that needs to be replanted. So let's go down here. Like I said, I wish I had all the footage of me doing it, although it wouldn't have been probably as nice as I would like. I'm looking into using the replay mod, but see, I run Minecraft on Forge, and I believe the replay mod, the newest versions at least, use Fabric. So there's just been some issue there trying to get that, because having a second account would require me to have a second computer to monitor it, and yeah, so if anybody knows of any solutions, feel free to post it in the comments. Anyway, here is the water stream that brings all the items down and sends them back up to the top to the chest. So let me eat real quick. And let's get out of here. Yeah, and I just connected it all just because it's right next door and it's easier just to have one door for redstone maintenance, to not complicate things. But basically, you see this light's on here. I pulled 6 cocoa beans out. This is a low yield farm, but it will triple whatever you put into it. So I plant the cocoa bean here, the light goes out. That means it knows that there's a cocoa bean there now. And that actually brings the first shovel over from the one hopper to the second hopper, because that's the observer notices, hey, there's a change. Something's been done here. So we plant those. And I use the acacia doors just because they're got holes, you can see through them. And I just wanted a door there to, in case the hopper, when the piston pushes down, in case the cocoa beans don't go into the hopper directly, I don't want them, getting caught on a ledge or anything. So putting a little trap door there was the easiest way to go. But else you'll also notice the sign at the top is now off. And I'll show you real quick what I meant with that sign there is I could just be running down the hall and be like, oh, if it's lit up, I'd be like, oh, something needs to be replanted. Otherwise, I don't have to worry about this area. And no switches needed like the bamboo farm. Oh, look, I harvested one already. I'm hoping, I want to try to catch a harvest on camera. So I got to try to find one with a second stage bean. But anyway, no switches needed like with the bamboo farm, because when this one's done harvesting, this done harvesting. Okay, this bean is in the second stage of growth, so hopefully if I monitor this, and I might do a small little time lapse. I'm not going to play any music or anything, just I'll sit here for a couple minutes just to see this harvest, so I can show you what it looks like. So hopefully it won't take too long. Alright, and you just noticed it harvested that bean. The piston came down, pushed it right into the hopper, and that sends it down to the water stream, which brings it all the way back up to the top. And they all get harvested pretty quickly as long as you're in the area. So basically you put in 6 beans, you get 18 back. It's not bad. I'm using these beans mostly for dye anyway, so it's just a nice source of brown dye. For me, this project was more of not for efficiency or productivity, but it was just to, have a redstone thing that I can work on and figure out just because I like working on redstone. So that farm is now done. There's a couple other farms I'm going to be working on. I have a few ideas. I have a kelp farm, I have an iron farm, and then there's a cactus farm. So just let me know what you want. I'll be pushing them out this way just to add more down here. I might look in doing a leather farm, maybe a tree farm, something like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I lost all that footage, but it happens. And I'm going to continue to look at replay options so you don't have to sit there and watch first person time lapses, because I know they're kind of annoying and jarring, going all over the place and everything. So like, comment, subscribe if you'd like, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.